What is up, you guys? I just got back from a 2 week trip to Japan. Obviously, I came back with a lot of stuff. They don't tell you about that part of Japan. The souvenirs and the stuff that you just have to impulsively buy is a big problem. To give you some context, I came back with a brand new suitcase. Okay, so if you're ever planning on visiting Japan, I suggest you just bring an empty suitcase so you don't have to buy one out there. Now, I just want to go over everything that I bought while I was out there. And it's a lot. I didn't actually realize it until I was standing in it, but there's stuff all over the floor. There's stuff here. I went to Shibuya. I went to Kyoto. I spent a day in Osaka, a place called Ginza and Shinagawa. And I was just buying stuff the entire time. It doesn't help that the yen to dollar convergent rate, or whatever you call that, it's pretty good. So I definitely got some bang for my buck, but I spent a lot of bucks. Okay. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to try to just go over everything as quickly as possible because it is a lot. And I'm going to start with what you can probably already see, Super Nintendo World. Okay. For the first week that I was out there, I was with my friend Cleo, and he's a big gamer, big collector. So yeah, we're gonna go over just like a lot of the gaming aspect of it, and then just like the general stuff that I was buying. But it's mostly gaming and Pokemon related. Okay, we went to Osaka to see the Super Nintendo World, which is a big deal out there. They don't have a lot of our Hollywood esque attractions except like Jurassic Park and stuff. The main focus is Harry Potter and Super Mario World. The big surprise that I got was that Donkey Kong Country is actually a thing there. I hadn't seen anything on social media about it. It was really a surprise. Not only was the Super Nintendo world part way bigger than the one in Hollywood, but if you keep going, there's an entire Donkey Kong area, and it has a ride. You can meet Donkey Kong in this giant suit, and there's souvenirs. So obviously, I got this Donkey Kong hoodie. Bow, you got Donkey and Diddy on the back, no Diddy. Had to get that. I also got this Yoshi hat. I don't know what these things are. They're really popular though. You can get a Toad one. Obviously, there's Mario and Luigi ones. There's a Boo one, but I like this one because A, it's Yoshi, and it got some tongue action. This was probably the hardest thing to bring back in the suitcases. One thing that I'm not gonna say I regret, but I do regret doing this on camera. Donkey Kong has some glizzies. And it's crazy. It's like they sell hot dogs with like chips and all this stuff on it. And Cleo was making fun of me for it because I basically ate a glizzy on camera. I'll drop that video pretty soon. But it came in this cool, like this came. I don't even know how it got back intact. I got it all the way back to the States, completely intact. But I thought it was really cool, so I'm gonna find some place back there to put it. This is not helping with my hoarding issues, by the way. What else? Banana chips. Some exclusive Donkey Kong banana chips. I don't even know if I'm going to eat these or just keep them, but it's very, very cool. Next up, I got a Princess Peach plush as a gift because Peach is the best character. Peach is just the best character when we're talking about Mario Kart. I got a little baby Peach right there. So there is that. Let's see. Where else should we pivot to from here? Let's see. Okay, so I did not get this bag in Japan, but I put a lot of the stuff in there so I can kind of do a little reveal out of there. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know why, but they were selling like boxers there in Donkey Kong Country. So I got me some Donkey Kong boxers when I want to, unleash the Kong. See, there's so much stuff. Everything's just falling everywhere, but it's all good. I do believe there's a couple more things from Super Nintendo World. Okay, here we go. I got me a little blue shell. Got the blue shell. I don't know. I've always liked the blue shell. It's the best shell. I might have to do this out of order just because there's so much stuff and it's all over the place. But while we are on Nintendo stuff, I did get a chance to go to Nintendo Tokyo, and that's basically like it's in a mall, and there's just a whole floor dedicated to Nintendo stuff. Pokemon got their own section, you know, Mario and Link and all them got their own section. And while I was there, I got some keychains. This is kind of player. Look, it's the Lon Lon Milk keychain from Zelda. So that was really cool. What else did I get? I got this little Eevee plushie, and I don't know where I'm gonna put any of this, by the way. But a lot of these are gifts. So I wanted to do this video before I dispersed all these gifts to, like, you know, my nephews and my family and my friends, just so that you guys get a chance to see it. What else we got here? Oh, we got a Shy Guy keychain. Gotta love Shy Guy. Had to get something Shy Guy. Let me see. What else we got here? Okay, let me grab this Eevee bag. That wasn't everything in the Kirby bag. I'm trying to stay on, oh, here we go. I'm trying to stay on theme with Super Nintendo World. Got a couple gifts. This is a go-kart just like this. This is Baby Peach, but this one is for grown Peach, and this one is Yoshi. So I just got some carts over here. I want to say that's all I got from Super Nintendo World. So I can move on now. Let's get into some of these Pokemon stuff, because that's the main thing. You know what I mean? Like, that is definitely the main thing that I went out there for. So this bag is from the Pokemon Center. And what's cool about this place is it's kind of hidden. You have to go underneath a train station in Tokyo Station, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's Nintendo related, but Pokemon has their own, like, section, and there's like all these signs leading to it. So I purposefully didn't use GPS. I wanted to find it myself, and it took quite a bit of time. But I found it, and they sealed it, because a lot of stuff you buy out there you can't really open until you get back to where you're from. So all of this is mainly gifts. So this video will probably be the last time it's not going to appear back there. So this one is for my dad. He's a Charmander fan. Boom. This is another one. So this is Mew, and I got this for my sister, but I ended up finding something way cooler for her. So I'm gonna keep this little Mew, because I just dropped a song called Mew. So there we go. Now this is really cool. I got this for my brother. This is an exclusive train station Pikachu plush. What's really cool about Japan is that since Pikachu is the most recognizable face probably ever, he's probably more popular than Mickey Mouse at this point. They just give him all these costumes so they can just keep making money off of him. If you go to the airport, you get a flight attendant Pikachu, or a captain, you know, pilot Pikachu. In the train station, you get the train Pikachu. Around Christmas, you get a Santa hat. You know what I mean? Like, they can just keep running reskins and keep making money. So, and I'm gonna fall for it every time. So I got this for my brother, exclusive train station Pikachu. Now, I didn't know my mom knew ball like this. My mom and dad are big Pokemon Go fans, so they know more Pokemon than I do. But I didn't know that one of her favorite was Dragonair, and I'm a big fan of Dragonair. So I was really happy that I was able to get this for her, because when I asked my parents what Pokemon they liked, they gave me like these super deep cuts. You know, like my dad said Machamp, and I was like, I've never seen a Machamp plush in my life. So I was really happy that I was able to get this Dragonair. Now this is interesting. Oh, they gave me some Pokemon ZA is being advertised everywhere out there. I got this box, and they were everywhere, and yeah, I'm probably gonna unbox this on my show Planet Sandwich, which is my live show on Twitch that I stream every Wednesday. So I still don't know what it is, but it was like the forefront product. There was like a whole stack of them. It looked like Willy Wonka's golden tickets. They just had stacks of these, and I just got it because it had this guy on it, and I was like, I need to know what's in here. So I'll do an unboxing of this. But yeah, Boom, we got that. And that was all from the Pokemon Center. That was really, really fun to go to. And then, okay, so let's move on to the retro gaming side of everything. Um, so, like I said, Cleo's a big collector of all these retro games and systems. And we got to do something really cool, which was take a class on Game Boys. And what this class does is they let you build your own custom Game Boy. So they give you like a broken original Game Boy. You basically take key parts out and throw the rest out. Then they bring out these like different colored cases, so you can start with a base, and then they give you all these buttons filled, like all these boxes filled with buttons and all this stuff, and you can pick all the colors of your A and B buttons, your start and select buttons, your D-pad, your power button. I went with kind of like a Ninja Turtle theme that reminded me of my first Game Boy when back in the 90s. It was like an electric green type of color. So I got that. I got the purple original buttons, some hunter green D-pad, and then I just went with black for the start and select. But then I did a little Raphael tribute with the power button, that red, so it popped. So yeah, we actually ended up building these Game Boys. We got to keep them, and then they brought out cases of Pokemon games and just regular Game Boy games, a lot of Japanese versions, and those were for sale too. So, boom, I got the blue Pokemon Blue in Japan, which was an exclusive out there. Obviously, the first two were red and green, and then America and all the other countries got versions of those. But this is like an updated version, I guess, that was only dropped in Japan, exclusive for a magazine. But I don't know. It's very convoluted. That whole lore of the differences. It's mainly like sprites and bug updates. So yeah, I just ended up getting some Japanese games. Wouldn't recommend it though. I thought I could maybe learn Japanese that way, but it's actually really hard to get through the story. But yeah, let me show you. I got a whole bunch of other games too. I haven't played Game Boy in forever, but now I'm like obsessed with it. I got a Ninja Turtles here. Let me see if I can take this out. Fall of the Foot Clan. Boom. Had to cop that. This is Bomberman 2. I'm a big fan of Bomberman, but I actually just dropped a song called Bomberman, so I'm out here cross promoting. And then here's one of my favorite purchases. We went to a retro gaming store that was like underground, and we got this Game Boy Micro. Cleo got one too. It's like, I don't know. It's not. I have never seen it before. It's not very popular in the States, but plays amazing. The screen looks, it's beautiful. I got this Zelda game. I'm not sure which one it is. Again, it's in Japanese. That was probably my biggest mistake. Getting Pokemon and all these other things in Japanese is fine. I can kind of follow, but Zelda is so story driven that I'm just gonna get the English version because I kind of messed up with that. But yeah, Pokemon Yellow, Japanese version. Never played Yellow. I was a red and blue kind of guy. And then I didn't know that this even had a mobile game, but I got a Crash Bandicoot game in Japanese for the Micro, which plays Game Boy Advanced games. So I wasn't really big into the Game Boy by the time the Advanced dropped, so I didn't even know there was a Crash Bandicoot game. This is a random purchase. This is like a Gengar phone mount that you put on your fingers. I noticed how unstable my hand was when I shot, so these things are night and day, and it doubles as a mirror, which is pretty cool. What else we got? Eevee. That's some Purell. That's not another Game Boy game. Rockman World 3, which was the original name for Mega Man, as a lot of you guys know. So, games like that, super easy to follow. You don't need it to be English. You just, jumping and shooting. And then, of course, it's a big Peach fan. I got a little keychain. Got a little keychain, I did. All right, so is Eevee empty? Eevee is empty. Sorry, Eevee. All right, let's get back to Kirby. Boom, here we go. This is a gift from my father. He's a big golf guy, and this is a Pikachu cover for, I think, a putter. I don't know too much about golf, but I think this is the shape for the putters. I know he's gonna love that. Had to do this. This is probably my dumbest purchase, but got like a samurai fork sword. Fork sword. And I don't regret it. Random purchase. I got some Tozy socks with some owls and some stars. Not gaming related at all, but I just want to make it through this backpack. Got some Eevee chapstick, unprovoked, mainly because I like chapstick and I like Eevee. What else we got? What else we got? Okay, so there is a in Shibuya. I forget what part. I'm gonna just say Tokyo because they have so many different districts and stuff. There's a giant Gundam. If you're into Gundam Wing, there's a mall out there with a giant Gundam that like transforms a little bit every couple hours or whatever the schedule is, and it's like a little show. And there's a little Gundam store over there, and I was able to get this Gundam Wing keychain, and I also got this backpack. Now I'm not big into Gundam Wing. I just know that I needed to carry more stuff, and I liked this little guy. I like this little face. I don't know how he's related to Gundam, but this backpack was pretty clutch. So yeah, I got that from the Gundam Wing store also. What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, this is huge. I got a from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It's a Sheikah slate, and this is the thing that you use to sort of like navigate through the game and all the shrines. So I was actually pulling up to real Japanese shrines with a Shinka slate on my pants, which was to me very very cool. All right, what else we got? I'm trying to speed through this because I spent so much money. Going through this lets me know just how much money I really spent. Speaking of shrines, I went to a bunch of shrines, and they were very, very peaceful. And I went to one that had the like the 1,000 gates. You know those orange? I think they're called Torii gates. There's a very famous shrine where there's like 1,000 of them, and you're going up and down this mountain. It was exhausting. I did the whole thing. But a big thing with these shrines is you get these little wooden things, and you leave them there with like a wish. A lot of people go there to, sort of pray for wealth and good luck. And so these things are hanging everywhere. So I sort of just grabbed one as a memorabilia. But yeah, that with the Sheikah slide, the Sheikah slate. It's been a while. I haven't played it in a while. If I say something wrong, I'm sorry. I'm just rushing through this. So one really cool thing that happened is I got a chance to go to the actual Sega headquarters. I kid you not. Me and Cleo got to go to the place where it all started, and it was a lot of fun. They were really nice to us, and they gave us so much stuff, and most of it was Sonic related. And I'm about to give these to my nephews and everything, but they were giving us Sonic pins, Shinobu pins, which I actually never played. There's this exclusive line of sort of like this graffiti looking streetwear Sonic memorabilia. They got one for Shadow, so I was able to grab one of those, and then I got this really cool Sonic like computer pad. I've never seen a pad this big, which is interesting. I don't know if this is for the keyboard and the mouse or if this is for something else, but I'm gonna give it to my nephew who is a aspiring streamer. So it was really cool to get some exclusive Sega stuff. I also got this Shinobi shirt that I'm gonna give to my dad because it is an XL. What else? What else we got? Okay, this is pretty cool. These are some Tokyo exclusive banana chocolate. I think they're cookies, but there's 6 pieces for Pikachu and 6 pieces for Eevee. They look absolutely delicious. I'm thinking about possibly eating these on a stream, doing like a little unboxing with the other unboxing that I got to do. But you can see how hectic this is. This is insanely hectic. Way too much money spent. But I'm loving that I got all of this. This is random, but I did a flight simulator out there. This is not gaming related, but it kind of was a game because it was a simulator. Yeah, and I was able to simulate taxiing and taking off from my hometown airport, which is LAX, and then landing. I did a landing simulator in, dang, I always get this right. It's either Haneda or Haneda Airport, but that's the airport in Tokyo. And I basically learned how to fly a plane. My landing was very rough. I got to land twice. I'm sure some luggage in the back was flying everywhere, and people would have been spilling drinks. But like I said, I did my best. So I got to bring back the footage on this USB chip, or just whatever this is called. It's like on a credit card. I got a flight tag and a boarding pass that says Patrick Cloud on it, just to remember that situation. What else have I not seen? Okay, yeah, so a couple random purchases. I got like this crazy wallet that folds and unfolds in like 50 different ways. Um, I'm pretty happy with that because my wallet was in shambles, not just because I was spending a lot of money, but like physically in shambles too. What is left? What is left? Oh, there's so much left. Okay. Boom, I got this exclusive Sonic shirt from the headquarters also. I don't know why I didn't put it with the other stuff, but there we go. Now, this was pretty cool. I got this in the airport. They have these sort of hidden Pokemon vending machines that you can find. A big thing about Japan, they make sort of like the place where you get it a part of the experience too. It's not just available everywhere. There's like these little cool spots that you can go up to. So I found the Pokemon vending machine in this terminal, and I got this running Pikachu plush that I'm gonna give to either my brother or my sister. But this is probably the one thing that I wanted to keep for myself, but I knew I had to give it as a gift. Also, in the underground Tokyo Station stores, I found a Kirby Cafe. I didn't even expect this. I didn't see anything online about it, but it was so cool. It had all these like treats and desserts that were Kirby related and memorabilia. I got these plushies for my nephew and probably my brother of Chef Kirby and Chef Waddledee, I think his name is. I also got a Kirby like fanny pack for me. It unfolds into a fanny pack. This is a gift. I'm not 100% sure for who, but it's like a little bag that has the Kirby car from the latest game where he transforms into a car. And then as just like some souvenirs that I threw in here, of course, you know, I want my family to have good luck always. So I gave them these little good luck cat charms. I got about 3 of them. I'm telling you, you see why I got a whole nother bag. Speaking of a whole nother bag, I upgraded my fanny pack because it just was not carrying enough for me. So I got this bag, and it has all these compartments. It's really, really nice. And I also got this little Snorlax keychain that was a great conversation starter for like a lot of staff in the places that I went to, because everybody loves Pokemon out there. So even if they didn't speak English, we got to bond over Snorlax. This is like a little good luck charm I got from a shrine. I do not know what it means, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I have it now. I think that might be it for that. Okay, I think we're almost done, which is great. This is the other piece of luggage, or the carry-on that I had to get, and let me tell you, navigating the city with a giant bag and 2 carry-on bags is not for the weak. And this is just like on some clothing stuff. Japan has amazing fashion, so if I were you, I would go out there maybe with just a light jacket. But there's shops everywhere, and you're gonna buy some clothes probably. I was able to just get this really cool, basic brown jacket that I ended up wearing the entire trip. Kept me warm. There's a lot of random rainstorms that happen out there, so this was really holding me down. And then, oh shoot, since it does get hot out there, also I got a little light jacket also that has a cool little background. It says Japan Tokyo story, some cherry blossoms and a mask. Um, it reminds me of like a I love New York type of shirt that's like clearly souvenir. So I didn't wear this too much because walking around Japan with a jacket that says Japan is kind of weird to me. You know, that's clearly very foreignery, even though I'm very clearly a foreigner. But this held me down on the days that weren't as cold. And then this is my favorite purchase in Japan by far. Um, this I got this at the airport. It's a Snorlax like neck pillow, but it comes with the actual Snorlax hood. So I'm not gonna put it on because I dropped it on the floor on accident on my way out. But this is how I looked the whole time on the plane while I was asleep. I looked like Snorlax, and I've never seen this style. There's a Pikachu one, but obviously you can see from the back. Um, I got the Snorlax backpack and beanbag pillow. Snorlax is one of my favorites, so that had to be purchased. I think that's everything. Um, but yeah, Japan was an amazing trip. I'm actually gonna just jump in a Uber and go to my family's house and just give most of this away so that I can breathe in here. But yeah, I really hope that you guys get a chance to visit Japan. Bring another suitcase. Bring an extra, just empty suitcase. You will thank me later. But yeah, catch me on Planet Sandwich. I will be doing some unboxings of these if you want to see what's inside, because I cannot wait. And yes, I am so glad to be home. Bye, guys.